Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. Coming to you live here from Dice Tower Con 2018, bringing you all the board games all weekend long. But first up, who are we? I'm Matt.
I'm Ann.
We're Twist Gaming, and we are joined with Jondy from Mayday Games. How you doing today, Jondy?
I'm pretty good.
First up, how's con treating you?
Not too bad. I can't really complain. Down in Orlando for work. I mean, who can complain about that, right?
Did you get a chance to say hi to the mouse yet?
No.
So, Jondy, what have you brought to show us off today?
So this is Bad Doctor. This is our Gen Con release.
Okay.
So it's a light tile laying game. We're really excited about this game. The idea behind this game is that you are fairly bad doctors. You're working in a overcrowded, understaffed hospital, and you are trying to treat these patients just well enough that you can leave the sickest patients to the next shift, so that when they die, you can be like, oh, well, I tried to save them, but I get all the glory. So mechanically, what this means is when you have visited a patient, this is your doctor marker.
Okay.
So if I'm the yellow doctor, and say this patient dies on this doctor's shift, then when they die, I get to score.
Okay.
So you're like, oh no, I tried really hard, but they died anyway. So this doctor, since they died, will lose one of their doctor markers completely out of the game.
Okay.
So the way that you treat patients on your turn, you've got treatment tiles. So a patient, their tiles are black and white, and the treatment tiles are color.
So this would be one of the patient tiles here?
That would be a patient tile.
Okay, so just to note, this is green at the bottom, this is yellow at the top. Apologize for the colors. But so, that's really funny.
That is really funny. So none of the patients have real illnesses. They're all funny things like pizza face, bruised ego, plumber's crack, because we didn't want to make fun of any like real illnesses.
Right.
We wanted it to be very tongue in cheek. We're really excited. The artist is a syndicated cartoonist by the name of Bill Holbrook, and he's had cartoons in newspapers all across the country. He did a cartoon strip called Kevin and Kel.
Okay.
And another one called On the Fast Track.
Okay.
So we wanted the game to kind of look like a comic strip on your board as you're playing.
I can definitely see that. I mean, even looking at the individual components, the art on them. I was going to say, this looks like it could come out of the funny section of your Sunday paper.
And that's what we really wanted the game to look like as you're playing. So as you're playing, none of the text or anything on the tiles affect the game at all. So once you get used to the tiles, the only text that matters is when you look at the tiles. The only things that matter is where it says like draw one tile.
Okay. So draw one treatment tile. Then.
Yeah. So that's the only text that matters when you're actually playing the game. When you play a treatment tile, you do what that text says.
Okay.
So each turn, you have a doctor board.
This might be a little big to show.
It probably is a little big to show.
I love the
Dr. Achu.
Achu.
And there is a male side and a female side.
Oh, really?
So you can decide.
Well, look at that. That's cool.
Oh, how cool.
Dr. Achu.
It's also a great excuse for more art.
Yep. So on your turn, you can perform two actions. You can draw one treatment tile or place a treatment tile. And when you place a treatment tile, you do what the treatment tile says. And when you do that, you are treating a patient. You match up, these are called maladies. You match them up to a sick patient. When you do that, you place your doctor tile. You have to cover that that shows that you have cured that one malady.
Okay.
Now, because you're a bad doctor, you're causing more problems than you've solved. So you're really making these patients sicker as you're treating them. So I think that's really kind of a funny thing. So this shows you have treated this patient on your shift. So you're going to flip it over and show that you visited them. You can only do two things in your turn, and there's always 4 patients on the board.
Gotcha.
So you can only do so much. So at the end of your turn, you've possibly visited 2 patients. So 2 or more patients are going to get sicker on your turn. So you're going to place complication cubes. So if you go to place a complication cube on one patient and you can't, there's no spot for one, that patient has died. on
And
your turn.
Each patient has 2 spots.
Some
for
of them only have
complication?
1, some of them have 3.
Okay.
So some of them are sicker patients than others throughout
Okay.
the game. So it's all about trying. It's like a risk and trying to fix patients, and there you can cure patients, but as these maladies are getting, like, some of them there'll be all kinds of tiles going on as it goes, and so patients are going to die as the game goes on, and it's a lot of fun. So
Very dark.
it is a little bit. It is, but like I said, none of the illnesses are real. They're
Right,
all
right.
This
they're
is all very
silly.
cartoony, very
It
very
is.
fun.
Yeah.
Very
It is.
newspaper.
It's very cartoony, and we made sure that it's all, none of it's dark.
This
or,
one was really amusing to me. I mean, all the
Show this one off.
yeah
here,
yeah
then.
yeah.
It's a miracle. What happened? Well, at least I could finally build it.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, like, one of my favorite ones is this one here.
A lot of
Oh,
green,
it's a meeple.
but
Yeah.
It's a meeple.
Here it is. That's where I lost it. Oh,
Oh,
that's
man.
cute.
Yeah, so this one's coming out at Gen Con, and I'm really excited. We are actually going to have Gen Con exclusive tiles
Okay.
that you'll only be able to get at Gen Con.
Very cool.
So those are going to be art that gamers are going to recognize as, gamer Gen Con type art. So
Oh, that'll be so kind of like with this one, how it's got the particular
that-
meeple.
Yeah, yeah. So people that go to Gen Con all the time are going to be like, oh, this is a convention like joke.
Right, right.
So I'm actually really, really excited that we're going to have those at our booth at Gen Con.
That's gonna be a lot
So-
of fun.
Like is there like a con crud malady then?
There actually is.
Stop.
That's actually
really?
that's actually one of the Gen Con exclusive tiles is Con Crud.
very appropriate.
So I'm actually really, really excited about the Gen Con tiles that you'll be able to get at Gen Con.
Can you tell us any of the other maladies that are going to be at Gen Con?
The other Gen Con, so Con Crud is the patient tile,
That's appropriate.
and the treatment tile is actually, the balloon, the big balloon, the guy that makes big.
Oh, yeah.
so-
They have the big balloon sculpture
Yep,
in the
and then
front
the
area.
people, the massage chairs that are always at Gen Con.
Yes.
There's going to be a balloon massage treatment. So that's going to be the treatment tile.
Oh, that's really
That's cute.
cute.
Yeah, so we're really excited about that.
How many people does the game play up to? Is it head on head? I saw that we had 2 doctors out for this one.
It's 2 to 4.
2 to 4. Excellent. And what is the age range for this game? It looks like a really cute family.
Yeah, it's a family-oriented game. It's probably it's 10 plus, but I really think if you have a kid that has been playing games for a long time, then you could probably do 7 and up, as long as they can read and have been playing games and understand like gaming in general. You could probably do it's like 7 and up.
Okay. Awesome. So this is not the only treat that you brought us today. We do have one more game. Bear with me 2 seconds.
Anne's gonna do her job here, and thank you, Josh. So let's see what else you have brought us here today from Mayday. And oh, look, it's the magic board flying in from off camera. So, boop. Okay, what do we got here?
So this is Poetry Slam. This was our Origins release. And this one is still really limited because we've got the rest of the release still on a boat from China.
Okay.
So I don't know how much of this is going to be still available when we get to Gen Con. But this is a party game.
Okay.
So the idea behind this one is it plays in about 3 steps. The first step is you reveal a letter, and then you reveal a word prompt. So in this case, the letter is B, and the third letter in the word has to be B. So
Okay.
I'm going to think, you want to come up with your word as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So I'm going to think like barber.
Okay. Wait.
And
The third
oh, no,
letter is a B.
That's not. The third letter
Baby?
has to be B. Baby.
Oh,
All right.
there you
Baby. See, you did it really well.
Table.
And I did not. Table. So that's really good. So as soon as you come up with your word, you're going to write down your word on your word sheet.
Okay.
So you have a word sheet here. And this is going to be a secret word.
Okay.
So you're going to write it down, and then you've got these speed tiles here. Now, these speed tiles they kind of look like dice. I don't know
Yeah.
if you can see these. Now, that's your score that you're going to get for speed. And you think that you would want to grab the highest scoring one, but there's a catch to that.
Okay.
The catch is on the other side of these, they either have a letter or a tier.
Okay.
Now, these are going to be letters or that you're going to lose on your letterboard here that you can't put in your secret words in future rounds.
Oh.
Yeah. So the higher score that this is, the more common letters you're going to have. So like tier 1 are like vowels. I don't know if you can see this.
ETAO.
Yeah. So
I feel like I'm
this
doing
is
an
gonna
eye
be
test.
A little see-through.
I'm at the
but
optometrist.
ETAOI for tier 1.
Yeah.
Then NSRHD, LUCMFY, WGPBVK, and then you get the, it's easy to leave out the X,
Scrabble
Q, J,
letters.
Z,
Yeah. So like the lower scoring speed tiles are going to be like your X, Q, J, and Z, and the higher scoring ones are going to be your vowels.
Gotcha.
So the quicker you come up with your word, the more choices you're going to have
Okay.
on, because you can grab whatever speed tile you want.
Okay, all right.
So I'm really bad at coming up with words, so I'll often grab those lower scoring speed tiles so that I have more choices. So after you've done that, you're going to score your word by the length. So if you come up with a really good word that has 9 letters or more, then you get 4 points.
Okay.
And then you'll score by speed. So you've got your
the word board here,
Yep.
the word map.
So you can see where you put your score for speed, your score for length.
Mm-hmm.
So then I think where the game really shines is the poetry round. You're going to come up with a 2-line couplet. And
Okay.
a couplet are 2 lines that are about the same length where the final 2 words rhyme.
Okay.
So you want this couplet to describe your secret word.
Okay.
Because you want the other players to guess your word, but you don't want your couplet to be so good that they're going to like blurt out your word before you're finished reciting your poem. So if they guess your word before you finish your poem, then you're only going to get 2 points. So you want to finish reciting your word, but if your poem isn't good enough and they never guess your word, then you get 0 points.
Oh man.
So can you give us an example then of a poem? I'm going to put you on the spot for that one.
Okay. So if I had been able to use the word barber, then I could say, men will go to get their. This is a place men go to get. Oh, I'm really bad at this. I am so
I'm sorry for
bad at
putting
this.
you on the
No,
spot.
it's okay. I should have tried to think of a poem before I even did this. This is a place where they cut your hair.
And then whilst you sit inside upon their chair.
Yes.
There we
yes.
go.
Oh, yeah. See, it's like teamwork, right? And so that is one where when I said something about hair, somebody might look at the word prompt and they might scream out barber,
Mhm.
before I finish saying my poem. In which case, I would only get 2 points.
Ah, okay.
And whoever guesses my word would get 1 point for guessing the word.
Okay.
So I think the poetry round is really where the game shines. And you don't want, it doesn't matter if your poems are any good, because really, they don't have to be, and they're probably going to be pretty lame. My very best poem ever was about the word vomit.
Do you remember what your
I
poem
don't.
was?
I know I used the word chunks. So,
That makes me happy.
yeah. It was at the fancy gaming event at Geekway. So
And you made a poem about vomit.
I did.
So good. That's
Yeah.
so good. So this is supposed to be a Gen Con release, but there is
No,
maybe-
this game came out at Origins.
Oh, it did come out at Origins.
This was our Origins release, but it was a very limited release.
That's a piece. Okay. So when are we expecting to find more?
It's on the boat from
Right.
China, so probably by the end of August it'll be available in stores.
Perfect. Great. How many people does this game play?
Up to 10.
Oh, that's a lot. Could you imagine doing that?
Oh my
Matt?
God, it would be
That would be-
mayhem.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot. Awesome. Price point on the game?
35.
Not too bad. Well, thank you. So, is there anything else that Mayday has coming down the pipeline that you want to talk about and make sure our audience knows?
We've got our expansion for Viceroy that a lot of people have been asking about. We will have the Kickstarter launching shortly after Gen Con.
Okay.
So a lot of people have been asking about that one. So we can promise that Kickstarter is coming within about a month.
That's very, very exciting.
Yeah, we're really excited about that one.
What additions is the expansion going to add to the game?
So it has 3 modules that you can add to the game. So it gives you a lot of variation in what you can do with the game. which most of the people that are excited about the game have already seen those modules because this is going to be a relaunched Kickstarter.
Okay.
So they've seen those modules, and we are going to have some promo cards that weren't in that expansion, that weren't in the original Kickstarter, that we're going to be able to add to this Kickstarter. That were really, that was part of the reason that we canceled the first Kickstarter,
Okay.
because we wanted to reevaluate those stretch goals and add them to the new Kickstarter. So.
Where can our audience go to find out more information about the release dates, about the upcoming Kickstarter, about any other new awesome Mayday games that are coming out?
We're starting to keep keep a blog on our website.
That's cool.
So maydaygames.com.
Okay.
And then on our Facebook page, when I do put a new blog on our website, we post about that on our Facebook page.
Perfect. Awesome. Johnny, thank you so much for coming by. We really appreciate it. We're really enjoyed checking out Bad Doctor and Poetry Slam, and we're excited to see everybody
Great.
get their hands on it and play.
Thank you so much, John D. And thank all of you for watching at home. Stay tuned for some more coverage throughout the weekend here at Dice Tower Con 2018. Signing off for now, though, I'm Matt.
I'm Ann.
Have a
I'm
good one,
John D.
everyone. Thanks, John D.
Yep.